Today's gospel is one of the most well-known things Jesus ever says. You are the salt of the earth, you are the light of the world. Not you should try to be, not someday you might become. Jesus says you are. Because being salt and light isn't something we earn. It's something we're called into simply by following Christ. But Jesus also makes something very clear. Salt that loses its taste isn't useful. Light that is hidden doesn't help anyone. Today we see people post online, reshare stories, share about the number of times they prayed, or have Bible verses in their bio. What he's telling us is the opposite of what we see today and the opposite way we should be living. It doesn't matter how many times you pray or the amount of times you post about Jesus. Faith calls for action. Not when you say the right words, not when you post the right verse, not when you look like a good person, but when your faith becomes that action. We can look around at our world today to see injustices, social inequalities, and homelessness affecting people every day. Jesus calls us to action to speak out, serve our communities, and fight for what he would want us to do. As a church, we can get stuck in, well, I prayed for them, or I gave that organization money the other week. We can hide behind what we think we have done instead of actually doing. So to be told that we are the salt of the earth is to be told that we are valuable and very useful. The world needs us, and for whatever mysterious reason, Jesus decided that he needed us too. As the salt of the earth, we are both valuable and useful to God and God's world. Being the light is given, but keeping it on is not. If you look to psychology, there's a study of human conformity, where even if you know the right answer, if everyone is saying the wrong answer, you'll say the wrong one. This is exactly what Jesus is calling us away from. As Christians, we should step away from conformity and be the light to which people should live. But a light doesn't hide behind prayer and reposts. It goes into the community to meet those and help those who face challenges. It speaks out against the oppressed and the oppressors. It's not enough to look faithful. It's not enough to follow the rules. It's not enough just to show up. Instead, God says real faith looks like this: feeding the hungry, helping the poor, welcoming the homeless, and caring for people who are hurting. People should not hear how good we are or how much we give or go to church. They should see it. Just like character, true faith is what you do when no one is watching. It's whether you help that person in need who needed a few extra bucks to buy their groceries, or whether you skip church on a Sunday to volunteer at the homeless shelter. We don't get to keep faithfully inside church walls. We don't get to separate our beliefs from how we treat people at school, online, on teams, and friend groups, and in our families. Our light must shine all the time, not just when we feel like it. The world may not feel very bright right now. People are anxious, angry, and people are divided. A lot of people hurt quietly. Most of us cannot fix big problems on our own. We can't end violence, we can't solve poverty, and we can't heal the world. But we can do something much more realistic. We can be a light where we actually are. In our communities, in school, with friends, in hallways. Sometimes being light is not dramatic. Sometimes it looks like standing up for someone who is being left out. Sometimes it looks like being patient with someone who is hard to deal with. It looks like choosing kindness when it would be easier to stay silent. Sometimes it looks like listening when someone really needs to be heard. And sometimes being light simply means refusing to join in when other people are tearing someone down. Now let's leave you with the question I want you all to think about as you go into this week. Where can I be the salt? Where can I be the light? God's light does not stay hidden, and neither should ours. Amen.